General Hospital spoilers make fun of the fact that Anna Devane is becoming suspicious of Holly's death and the strange circumstances surrounding her. Anna read a WSB report which revealed that Holly sometimes made a contract for the agency. Since Anna's senses are tingling, she thinks more about the story of Holly's death. Of course, GH offered another big twist when Peter Auger slammed his henchman against the wall. Peter got angry at how he said he'd distracted Robert Scorpio, not killing Holly Sutton. The goon insisted that although he had monitored Holly, his hands were clean in Holly's death. Peter later smiled smugly and suggested that fate had distracted the Scorpion for him. That scene was interesting because it showed fans some crucial things. To begin with, Peter was outraged at what he thought was a murder of Holly. This seemed to imply a certain sense of guilt which would align with Peter, who had rescued his plan to kill Andre Maddox and Franco Baldwin. Peter still had a dark side since he was satisfied with the result, but the fact that he was not responsible for this was important to him. Between the involvement of Holly WSB and Peter, who is monitoring her, there are other clues here. It makes sense that Holly may have warned of the problems and simulated her death. Here's the thing though, GH is doing everything possible to minimize Peter's damage. Andre alive, Franco alive, Holly appears to be alive. Drew Kane remains the only truly sinister spot on Peter's record. They also raised this possibility that Holly may have simulated his end, which could be an indication that Drew also managed to simulate his. When Hamilton Finn Michelle Morgan was convinced of Peter's guilt, he was worried enough for Violet Finn to move from Anna's home. Finn saw Peter as someone who posed a legitimate threat to his son. Drew could have discovered the truth about Peter and would have remained dead to protect the scout Kane Ella Ramacieri. Based on Anna's steel gaze, she intends to get to the bottom of this mystery of Holly. We also know that this story will involve some amazing characters. So far, we're only seeing the faces you would expect in a story about Holly and Peter. With that in mind, there will have to be a shocking inclusion or two in the end. Drew could easily become part of this hot lot. Although Drew's survival alone would not have redeemed Peter, it would have helped him stay on his feet. Peter doesn't look so bad if Drew lives. This is critical if the General Hospital plans to pair Peter with someone after the implosion of his relationship with Maxie Jones. There aren't a lot of women on canvas who could get past Peter by killing Drew. Not to mention the fact that it would be difficult to shake Peter from his legal punishment. Bringing Drew back to life is the easiest way to solve this problem. Will Anna also search for answers on Holly to answer Drew? It is also possible that Holly agrees with Drew. Holly could have been hot on Peter's track and joined forces with Drew at some point. Holly certainly seems to know since she died just when Peter henchman started to hover. Could Billy Miller come back to help end this mystery even for a short-term span? That's one option to consider. Another option would be a recast from Drew. Either way, this plot must be built on something bigger than Holly's life. That's not enough of a bomb since there are already signs that Holly is fine. A great revelation involving a live Drew could be part of Peter's performance. Peter's crash has become a long-awaited moment for GH fans, so the show has to do it right. Will Anna find out that Drew simulated her death and find out why? Will Anna bring Drew home and eventually expose Peter?